As shown, to turn on the soldering iron, set the left switch to on position. By adjusting the bottom left knob, the desired temperature of the soldering iron is set. The displayed value is in Celsius. Soldering iron has reached the desired temperature. Now we will solder this resistor onto this board. This board is used for prototyping. The circular pads are made out of copper and it has a lot of holes. Let's place this through-hole resistor into the board. You may bend the legs to make soldering easier. It should be noted that there will be some leftovers on the soldering tip, mainly due to flux. You may use tips cleaner to clean the solder tip. Just dip the soldering iron gently into the cleaner. Apply heat to the pad for a short time. Now you can push solder through already heated copper pads. The solder automatically flows to its desired location. It is a common mistake to push solder to the tip of the soldering iron. Solder should touch the pads, not to the soldering tip. As shown, to turn on the hot air, set the right switch to the on position. By adjusting the upper right knob, the desired temperature of the hot air is set, where the displayed value is in Celsius again. By adjusting the lower right knob, the airflow rate of the heat gun is set. Hearing a vibration sound is something expected. This black thing is called a heat shrink tube. When heat is applied, it shrinks and stays shrank even after cooling down. Some circuits are designed with components where soldering iron is useless for soldering and desoldering. Many integrated circuits packages can be considered as such. Then, a heat gun makes our lives easier. But before using a heat gun, be sure to isolate the table surface with an inflammable isolator. We put an aluminum sheet between the table and the heat gun as an isolator. Thus, the table surface will remain undamaged. Now, we will take off this damaged integrated circuit. Apply heat for a while, then check whether solders are melted yet or not. Even if we turn the heater off, it still continues to blow hot air until it cools down below 100 Celsius. Before placing the heat gun, be sure that there is nothing flammable facing airflow, and always be alerted. We will solder these wires to each other. First, clean the tip of the soldering iron. Preheat the cable joint. After a while, push solder through the joint. However, this joint is not safe, since it is not covered by an insulator. Turn on the heater and place the heat shrink tube as shown. Shrinking the tube, we have an isolated and strongly bonded cable joint. Never forget, some components such as cables are more tolerant to high temperatures. Yet, high temperatures may harm delicate components such as microcontrollers. Before choosing a soldering temperature, always read datasheets.